Back in the middle 90s, Fender wanted to kind of compete with the then at the time popular Marshall valve state amplifiers. And the valve states were inexpensive. They sounded pretty good. They were loud and they were inexpensive. So Fender's answer to those valve state heads was the Roc Pro series, and in particular, the Roc Pro 1000. Now, I have kind of a storied history with this amp. I first bought one of these amps in, I believe it was like late 1997 with my hardcore punk band that I was in at that time. And we walked into Guitar Center and our objective was twofold: cheap and loud. And that's exactly what we got with the Fender Roc Pro 1000. We wanted sheer volume, and we didn't care how we got it. And I didn't know anything about amp overdrive, so I would use a Boss Metal Zone right into the clean channel, and that was my tone at that time. Now, we initially got, and I say we because me and the singer went in on the guitar cab. Now, initially, we had a 412 cab, and it was an Ampeg, and it was horrible sounding, and it wasn't loud, and we suspected that it was the cabinet. And for some reason, I can't remember why, we decided to keep the Fender Roc Pro 1000 head. We marched down to Guitar Center, and he took out a line of credit, and we bought ourselves a Mesa Boogie 412 rectifier cab. Now, that was the greatest cab I had ever seen in my entire life. It was beautiful, and it was loud. We told the salesman at Guitar Center, we want the loudest, most nastiest, most robust cabinet you have. And he said, well, that Mesa Boogie 412 over there is the one you want then. And we walked out with it. Got it to the practice space, and man, I was so effing loud. I couldn't believe it. It was wonderful. Now, my memories of those times are possibly a little romanticized. I remember just loving my guitar tone. Today, on this episode of Remember the 90s, I'm gonna recreate my old punk rock guitar tone. Now, I don't have my Mesa Boogie 412 with me here at the house, but I will go into a very tried and true impulse from ML Sound Labs of a Mesa Boogie 412 oversized cab via the 2 Notes Torpedo Live. I'm gonna plug in and I'm gonna revisit my tone from when I was 17 years old, 18 years old. We're gonna see how this goes. I actually haven't done this ahead of time, so I can't wait to see what this sounds like. Is that really what the clean sounds like? Okay, well, apparently that is the clean tone. I just checked all the connections and stuff to make sure. I remember it being cleaner than that, but apparently it's not. Now, I am plugged into the metal zone. I am plugged straight into the clean channel. Now, for reference, this is what the overdrive channel sounds like on this Fender. It sounds, I remember sounding horrible. It's okay. We're gonna go back to the clean channel and we're gonna turn on the metal zone. I'm gonna turn the volume down. Okay, well, that is a tone. I mean, that's kind of what my tone sounded like back then. I'm gonna play with the metal zone a little bit. Fender Roc Pro 1000, metal zone. Yeah. Now, I suppose looking back, the tone that I had was extremely aggressive, and that's exactly what we were going for. I didn't really care more, nor did I really know much more than a distortion pedal in front of an amp. That's what I knew. So it kind of makes sense. It sounded like that, and it did sound like that. I think I have some old recordings somewhere, and that pretty much nails it. Go figure. But I will say the Fender Roc Pro 1000 can be had for very inexpensive, inexpensively. I bought this one off of Reverb for about, I think it was slightly less than $100. I think it was like $80 that I bought it for. They range from 80 to like 150 depending on condition. This one is a little old, dusty, and beat up, so I got a good deal on it. But if it's something you're interested in, I don't know why you would be, but if it's something you're interested in, because it is loud, then definitely check them out on the used market. They can be had all day long, and they're very, very plentiful. All applicable links down below in the description. You have been wonderful. I've been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.